Hi guys, it's Carlos and Parvez here, Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video about Ask the Trainer Show. So it's going to be basically questions and answers that we're going to try to obviously set up on the show, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them to the best of my ability. So Parvez got several questions for me. Obviously I'm sure it'll be to do with diet, training, supplementation, psychology, fitness industry, and what's going on. I'm sure there'll be several questions about that, and hopefully I'll be able to answer. So before we go, I just want to thank you all, to obviously all the viewers, people that are obviously supporting us on Instagram. I'm very grateful for all that. So over to Parvez now.
Hi, I'm Parvez, sitting here with Carlos, the greatest version.
He's greatest version.
He's greatest version. A few questions we're going to ask. The industry at the moment itself, the fitness industry, how do you see it?
Yeah, I think the fitness industry is doing very well. I mean, we're growing. There's more and more gyms, there's more and more trainers, there's more and more, obviously, people exercising. Bear in mind, obviously, we are very much a minority. Apparently, according to a lot of different sort of magazines, there's only 12 to 13% of people in the UK training. That don't mean, obviously, they go to the gyms. In just training activity, it could be running outside, whatever. There's only 12% of us doing that. Obviously, that's a very, very small minority in relation to the people obviously living in the UK. So obviously, most people that train, we are minority. In the offices, most people don't train. Most people eat crisps and sandwiches every single day and eat crap food. So obviously, we are very much a minority. In terms of the fitness industry, how it's developing, it's growing very well. There's more and more people, obviously, helping people becoming their greatest version, which is fine, which is great, I think. I think a lot of the times, obviously, you find a lot of people that are out there trying to help you, but also there is some bad ones as well. I mean, there is some sort of craze about these things. Oh, trainers these, trainers are that. There's good and bad everywhere. Look, I mean, I'm sure, obviously, if you go and look like, for instance, I mean, a carpenter, there'll be good carpenters and bad carpenters. There'll be good builders and bad builders. There'll be good mechanics and bad mechanics. There'll be good doctors and bad doctors. In every profession, there's good and bad. One thing I'd like to say is, and I'm not always obviously pointing out at anybody, is obviously do your own work before obviously you choose your personal trainer, choose your coach, because obviously a lot of us, we call ourselves personal trainers. Obviously I'm a personal trainer, but I'm also a massive coach, you know. Personal training is part of the job, which is training, which is a very good thing, but also is your coaching, is how you motivating your client, is how you inspiring your client, is how you guiding your client, is how you motivate the client in each step. Because someone that's got the knowledge of training someone is just a training. The training is a very small, if you like, part of the actual spectrum of the diet, of the training, of the supplementation, of the coaching, do you know? Because obviously a lot of people think, oh, that guy does that particular exercise with his clients, so I can do that, why do I need a trainer? I mean, you blink it, you absolutely blink it, because if that's what you think personal training is, you haven't opened your eyes yet. So obviously you really have to look, and obviously then do your own work. I mean, one thing I do with my clients, and I always say this to them, and I'm not just saying it because it sounds very good, is my clients are my family, so I treat my clients as my family. I respect them, I help them become their greatest versions, and obviously it's not just about, okay, they're my clients and they pay me and I give them the service. It's about caring for the client, genuinely caring, and that's why I've been in the industry for so many years, because I genuinely love to help people become their greatest version. And I know you probably hear me saying this, I actually mean this. I mean, from not just from a physical point of view, from a mental point of view, from a spiritual point of view, and helping them become their best. Because while I'm doing that, I'm becoming my best, because that's my passion. So I'm doing what I love. But a lot of guys out there, you probably see it in many gyms. I don't know what gym you go to. It doesn't actually matter what gym it is, because we all have them, and all over the world as well, because I've worked all over the world, so I mean I've had this experience all over the world. There is so many guys that claim to say that they are the best and they know it all. Look, if they say they know it all, they also blink it as well. I don't know it all, and I've been in the game for a long time, and I'm not saying I'm the best of the best. I think I am very good. Obviously my results speak for themselves. I just haven't been in the fitness industry for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I've been here for a long time. 2 decades now, and I can tell you that I'm learning more and more every single day. Now, if I thought I knew it all, I certainly wouldn't be talking to you guys right now here, and I'd certainly be very blinkered and certainly would not develop. So as far as I'm concerned, and this is all I say to everyone every day, I don't know anything. Okay, I'm still learning a lot, so I can only expose you to what I know. But what I know works, and obviously, as I say, you just have a look at the results. I love results speaking for themselves rather than me saying, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Because a lot of guys out there in this game, honestly, they just go on about how great they are, but we can't see any results. So where's the results? So just see the results.
Good answer.
I do go on, don't I?
Going back to results, you're saying results. You got your personal training, and you got the person in the other gym who's wants to cheat, wants to use steroids.
Okay.
How do you tell that person and the other person what's right and what's wrong?
Okay, obviously I'm not here to tell you what's right or what's wrong. What I'm here to tell you is what I think myself, my opinion, okay? Let's talk about from an health point of view. Obviously we all know, even the guys that take steroids, obviously they're not stupid. These guys know what they're doing, okay? Now they know it's bad for their health, okay? If you take any steroids, it's bad for your health. So it's gonna affect you in the short term, and it's going to affect you in the long term, whether you like it or not. Now you can say, oh, well, I want to live once, fine, that's fine, but make sure obviously you live the best existence you can. So taking steroids obviously is going to mess you up, okay? Now, there's a price for that, okay? Now, do I agree with taking steroids? I don't agree and I don't disagree, okay? I think the guys that compete, the guys that want to get into that top shape, in terms of bodybuilding, they have to take it, because the guys that are taking it is the guys that are getting their trophies. So obviously, I agree the guy's got to take it. Do I advise my clients to take it? No. Have I ever taken steroids? No. Have I ever taken any type of drugs? No. Because I like the more natural look physique. That don't mean I never go into top shape. I got into the best shape I could naturally, and I needed to do that, and I did it. So why would I need to take steroids now? If you said to me, Carlos, what would you do if you became a bodybuilder and you wanted to compete in bodybuilding? I'm not going to lie to you, and you know, rest in peace, Richie Piana. I mean, I love the guy, the way how sincere he was. He just told you how it was, and he's even himself, although he took a lot, obviously, steroids. He used to advise guys not to take it. And I'd say the same. I mean, but if I was to compete, I'd take steroids, yeah, of course. If I was going to compete in terms of bodybuilding, I would have to take it. But because I don't want to compete in bodybuilding, I don't need to take any steroids. Obviously, I competed, and obviously muscle modeling and fitness modeling, I got to the best shape I could. I got into 4% body fat, and to my knowledge, I looked amazing. However, you guys might differ, may say I didn't look good, but I thought I looked quite good for someone that was natural and with a good diet. That's it. I don't need to take steroids, but I don't criticize. I'm not here. Some personal trainers go out there and start criticizing other people, saying that obviously this. I don't, because I think the guys that take steroids, it's for their sports. However, touching on that, there's a lot of guys that take gear that don't compete. So that, I think that's, if you've got the right education, if you've got the right sort of knowledge, and if you train properly, you probably feel better anyway. So taking steroids is just going to mess you in the long run for nothing really, because you're not competing anyway. So why would you do that? But and again, I'm not here to judge you in that aspect.
Yeah, it's an easy option, isn't it? With like your sort of training, it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's not just in the gym; it's outside the gym.
Of course, the diet.
The diet. So it's, you know, like clients will come. If the diet isn't right, they could be training and doing nothing, wasting money.
You've got to get the diet sorted as well. Otherwise, I mean, I've said this to you guys as well. There's not ways about it. In order for you to get to the best shape you can, don't just think the training is going to do. Okay, you'll get stronger, you'll get fitter, and you'll definitely look a bit better. But without a diet, you literally, I mean, I don't like to use this term, but you are pissing against the wind. You know, you really are. But if you think you're going to get into top shape, you really have to get the diet sorted. Definitely.
Yeah, but this is it, and it's hard work. I mean, we've been training together, and every day is hard. It doesn't get any easier. But if you're not seeing the results, like every week you're weighing us, we're seeing a result. You're losing body fat, increasing your muscle. You're seeing a result that gives you a positivity.
Of course. I mean, there's massive measures. You got to have that. You've got to have those.
Yeah. And you, as a personal trainer. What percentage would you say you play in that person's life? Him coming to the gym, training with you, you say 50%, 40%?
I'll say 100%. I'm not being big-headed. I mean, for you to have someone like, and this sounds really big-headed, but I'm going to say it because it's exactly what it is. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, if all the guys that train with me or ever trained with me, they can never say they never got results because they did, and they will say, and I mean, figures don't lie, and also pictures don't lie. One thing I can tell you is, if you follow what I tell you, if you follow what I do to you, if you follow exactly the structure I'll give you in terms of diet, training, supplementation, and aerobic exercise, you cannot fail. I'm telling you that, and I bet my mortgage on it. I bet anything, because I know it works, and that's the reason why in terms of percentage I say it's everything. For you to have someone that's that's been in the industry for over 20 years, for you to have someone that obviously got the knowledge that I have, the inspiration I have. I'm not saying I'm the best, by the way. I keep telling you this. I'm not saying I am the best. What I'm saying, what I can give you. And someone that's got the inspiration and the motivation to inspire you to do it is absolutely 100%. And that's what I say. That's why I've had guys that literally came to the gym, they've never been in the gym before. So they come in the gym and it's a scary environment, because a lot of us, like, I'll say, I'm like I've been in the gym since I was a little kid. So for me, coming in the gym is like going to church, it's whatever, it's something that I do, It's like me, I'm spiritual, I meditate, and I do that every single day, so that's part of my ritual. So what I'm saying to you guys is, for me, it's like a natural thing. But for a lot of people coming to the gym, it's a very intimidating environment, because people are looking at you, people are judging whether you like it or not, and it can be a very intimidating place. So I've got so many, because a lot of those who think, Carlos trains people, but they all get results. But what about if he trains a bodybuilder? I've got loads of bodybuilders. I train loads of bodybuilders. You guys can see I train bodybuilders, but I train loads of footballers. I train rugby players. I train all sorts of different people. But for you to motivate someone that's never come to the gym, that's what I'm saying. Because motivate some guy, it's easy for me to train a guy that already comes to the gym every single day. That's the easiest thing for me. Now, for motivate someone that never been in the gym, scared of the gym, motivated to lose weight, gain more, mate, that's a job, a trainer. So how many of those have you got? That's my question. Because a lot of trainers out there, they just talk about how great they are, but there's no examples. There's no pictures. There's no examples of how many people they helped. There's no, where is it? So that's what I'm saying. When I talk about, I can do this, there's physical, visible figures. Say, listen, this is what I've done, this is what I motivate. But yet, I'm not saying I'm the best. Because a lot of I hate people say, I'm the best. How do you measure that? How do you measure you're the best? Measure by what? Quantity of delivery? Quantity of quality? What is it? What's the best? All I'm saying is that every day I work to become the best I can be. Not better than anyone. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I don't think I'm the best I've ever. I'm just the best I can be.
But the best is results, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through results, you see the person, how good he is.
Totally, yeah. But I'm not saying I'm the best. I keep saying, I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm just saying I'm the best I can be. But one thing is, I deliver results.
Carl is very passionate when it comes to personal training. We've had sessions with ourselves where we worked, and if I'm not doing something right, he'll correct me. When I'm feeling totally exhausted, he's there pushing me, taking to that past the pain zone, which is good. And if you see somebody in the gym doing something wrong, you'll go over to him and he'll tell him. You got some personal trainers who probably just want to do this session, have a good chat with you, and then that's it, how we're done. But Carl is very passionate. I can tell you that through my experience with him as a client, and everything he tells you is always positivity. It doesn't give you negativity. He keeps telling you your diet, your training. Like I said to him last time, every session you have with Carlos is it's always different. He's always thinking of something to do, something different to do. He'll look at you and he'll say, yeah, like today we've had this session, and he said your posture is getting better and things like that, and that's good. That's positivity to me internally as a client, and it's results. I mean, results speaks. It's about what Barbie is just saying is organic. I mean, obviously we haven't got cue cards here and say, listen, please do say this about me. It's literally what he feels about, and what he might even say. I always sit down with my clients, and this is something I adopted as well. I sit down with my clients and say, listen, how can I improve myself as a trainer? In terms, because some clients might say, listen, Carlos, I'd like us to do more of this.
and we discuss together, because it's about, obviously you paying for a service, but ultimately we are a team. And I sat down with obviously I said, listen, what would you like me to do with you more? Is there anything else you'd like to do more? Because I'm humble. Because at the end of the day, the client's paying for the service. However, we together, if we can find something to do better that can work, you to get better, you feel better, why wouldn't I do that? Although obviously I've got a lot of knowledge, but it's about the person. Everyone's an individual, you know, not everyone's the same, you know. And that's the key to really help people become their great, because then you meet someone that wants to reach the goals, and then you meet someone that's got the knowledge to reach them and motivate you to reach them, and also a coach to keep the momentum. Because that's the momentum. For the guys that worked with me before, or work with me, they keep hearing me saying, keep the momentum going, because there's no perfect days. There's no perfect sessions. Because imagine, like, if you are, I hear people on Instagram, oh, I just had the best session ever. But what does that mean? Does that mean you gotta stop? You gotta keep going. You gotta keep having those best sessions for a long period of time until you get results. And even when you get the results, are you gonna keep that result? How are you gonna keep that result? It's by keeping the momentum going. It's like telling your heart, oh, by the way, you've beat, like say, 3 billion times. That was great live. By the way, stop beating. You're gone. So you don't want that to happen, do you? So you gotta keep that blood pumping. You gotta keep that momentum. But that is the key. Then, how you keep the momentum? That's the question I'm gonna ask you guys. Think about it. Are you gonna keep the momentum going? Because everyone can say, oh, I can train here, but how are you gonna motivate yourself every single day? How are you gonna keep changing your training every single day? Because I see so many people all over the world, because I travel a lot and I go to different gyms. One thing I like, that's why probably you guys see me when I go on holiday, I always train, because I love to mix myself with other people, different sort of training techniques and stuff like that. People get bored in the gym, because you go to the gym and you do the same thing day in, day out. I'll ask you a question. Monday evenings in the gyms, what do you think people are doing? Chest and arms. Everyone's doing chest and arms. Monday is chest and arms. Do you know, that's just the way it is. People are doing it. But imagine like you doing that day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in. It becomes monotonous. But I'm not saying there isn't people changing, and I'm not saying there is people doing other things, but what I'm saying, the average guy that goes to the gym, it comes to a point, it's absolutely boring. You know, you got to keep changing. And when I change, you've got to know how to change and adapt that change into progress. And that really makes a difference. Now, I'm just talking about weight training here. I mean, when you're talking about functional training, it's the same guys doing the same exercises. I see it, and I've been in the game for a long time. I see it all the time. That's why people get bored. And when they get bored, it becomes monotonous. When it becomes monotonous, you stop. When you stop, there you go. You become your worst version. And that's what it is. Parvis, any more questions?
Yeah, the personal trainer. You know, obviously, you was a football coach before you started, but what made you go into this industry?
I've always been a personal trainer. Never been a football coach before I became a personal trainer, so I've always been a trainer. So all my career, in terms of work career, I've always been a trainer anyway. In terms of obviously football coach, the guys obviously been coached by me, they're not a football coach. I've only been having a year off, it's about 8 months off now, football. I was literally academy director at a football club, and also I was first team assistant manager at that particular club as well. I decided to just take a year out completely. The guys that worked in me football, they know I'm a very passionate guy. I'm a UEFA qualified coach. I know my stuff. Again, same thing, it's exactly the same thing, very passionate, very knowledgeable. I deliver results. They know, the guys that work in me in football know exactly what I'm about. And I'm passionate. I'll be back next year. Next year, I'm sure you guys will see me. I'll be back next year. I've got a couple offers already, so I'll be definitely back next year. It hasn't made me change. I didn't stop football because I wasn't enjoying it. I was enjoying it, but I just wanted a bit of a break, you know, because the guys I know about the game, whether it's professional or semi-professional, it takes over your life. It really does, because it's not just, it's not just training sessions. It's about getting players in, motivating players on the phone, and it overwhelms, and because I was running the academy and part of the first team as well. It was a lot. So I decided to literally take a year out, spend a year with, obviously, spend more time with my loved ones, spend more time dedicating myself to my clients, and basically help people become a great version in whatever, because that's what I keep saying to you guys. I'm not just a trainer, I'm a coach. I have a lot of people that come to me, and they come to me to do coaching. coaching, not training, coaching. So I'm a coach as well, so I'll help people out, and that's the answer.
Good. Let's talk about your fit camp.
Fit camp? Yeah, Fit Camp is growing. Very much an amazing place. I mean, Fit Camp, obviously, as I explained to you guys on Instagram before, we run every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock in the evening at 24/7, the Fort Dunlop, and also Saturday morning in the same place at 9 o'clock in the morning. It basically taps into all the aspects of fitness, aerobic, anaerobic, power training, stability, explosiveness. We work on obviously reducing body fat, increasing muscle mass, as well as obviously all functional sessions. So we travel, for the guys that probably don't know much about this. Human beings traveling 3 planes of motion, which is front plane, which is forward, back, sagittal plane, which is side to side, and transverse plane, which is twisting. So we're tapping into all that sort of stuff. We literally, there's 3, obviously, I always divide the guys in groups. There's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced group, obviously, so if you want to come and try it, it's not about coming in and being battered. I'll definitely push you to the best of your ability, but there is levels, obviously. For the guys that have been coming for a while, they know exactly what I'm talking about. We are hard, it's hard work. It's hard work, they push themselves, but everyone's getting results. But you know the biggest thing about that particular tribe that I've got, I call it the tribe, there's no one judging anybody, everyone's friendly, we're all there for the same reason, including myself. I'm not there telling you, I'm there telling you what to do, but I'm not there to punish you in such a way. Some of the guys might think I'm talking completely bollocks now. I'm not here for punishment, but I'm very much sincere there in terms of like, I love helping people there. But we're a great team, and we are growing, definitely growing. And I'm actually planning to do another one now. We've got quite a big number now. We're actually going to be doing one soon on early times as well. So it's going to start growing, and then we're going to start doing one on Saturday afternoons as well. So it'll be quite good just to help people, obviously some people that work shifts and stuff. Yeah,
so beginners, the ones who are advanced, obviously the beginners will be with the beginners, and the more advanced, you're pairing them with the right sort of people. Yeah, so it's not just about coming in and there you go, start doing your exercise. Obviously Carlos looks and he puts everybody together who he thinks are compatible to each other.
Yeah, that's the key, really. That's the key. So there's a room for everyone, really.
I mean, you should try the Fit Camp. I've tried it. It's hard. People they're not there. They're there to train hard. I mean, if you look at Carlos's Instagram, you see him every other night. Yeah, you got the camp going on. So
yeah, well, every night, Monday to Thursdays. Yeah, the only day that's not on is on Fridays and Sundays. Yeah. So it's good. So basically, it's trying to touch on everyone, trying to help everyone really. But obviously, as you guys know, we're here to help each other. And today, obviously, me and Parviz just sat down to have a bit of a, you know what? Sometimes it's good just to do this like chat about what we think, what we talk about, and question and answers. But I'm sure obviously you guys got loads of questions for me sometimes to ask me. I'm more than happy for you to obviously DM me on Instagram and send it on YouTube. Questions, I'm more than happy to answer those. So with all that said, guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Carlos Trainer 10, and also my YouTube, which is Carlos Trainer. Like, subscribe, and share our videos if you can. I really appreciate that. And then with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Take care. Bye bye. Take.